Throughout the years, Beyblade as a brand has gotten many fans, but not all fans stay fans and move on to other hobbies. This can lead to previous fans selling their old collections online to make a quick buck. While I actually bought a Beyblade collection from a bidding war where I spent a significant amount of money in buying this collection. However, I think the end result was worth it, and I will reveal the amount I spent and the value of this Beyblade collection. This Beyblade collection has Beyblade from the Burst generation from dual layer to sparking and has caught my eye and the Beyblades present within it. Starting with the dual layer Beyblades, there isn't much, but here is a blue Inferno Ifrit. I gave it the Aero Disc and variable driver as the stock combo isn't available. Aside from that, I really like this Beyblade, and the purple Aero Disc gives it a lot of character. Fun fact: Inferno Ifrit I2 was my very first Beyblade ever. Unfortunately I lost the original, but this is a very good replacement. The next dual layer Beyblade is a white Dark Death Scyther. After more research I actually found out that this Beyblade is actually rare, as it was a part of a lottery kind of similar to the rare Beys we get in Beyblade X. The combo is a pink triple and blow driver. Blow was not included, so I replaced it with Excel Dash. Dark Death Scyther was a really good layer, competitively even being banned from tournaments, and now that I know it's a rare Beyblade, this is a massive W. Here we have Xeno Excalibur, and this time it actually has the stock combo, although the impact driver is green instead of blue. Excalibur is one of my favorite Beyblade motifs, and having Xeno Excalibur to the collection is awesome. It also came with the original sword launcher in a pretty good condition. The last dual layer is Lost Longinus. Unfortunately, 9 and Spiral were not included, which is a shame, as it would have been awesome to have Lost Longinus, but I guess the layer alone is good enough for now. Moving into the God Beyblade, we sure have a lot to go through, starting it all with the Spriggan Requiem. Spriggan Requiem is probably the most iconic Beyblade in the entire Burst generation, being dual spin, being able to spin so tall, and have a mode-changing driver. I go in a lot more detail in a previous video where I review Spriggan Requiem, which means that I have 2 Spriggan Requiems. Stay tuned till the end of the video to see what I do with this extra. Moving on, we have a yellow Tornado Wyvern. This Beyblade was released in the Beyblade Burst God customization set included with Metal God chip. The Tornado Wyvern layer features the iconic free spin layer to counter attacks. The combo I have is 7 Cross Cycle. The green parts give it a good color combo. The next Beyblade is Kreese Satan. This Beyblade is a defense type and has the gimmick of roller blades. The blades don't seem to do much in battle, but after playing around with it, it's crazy in battle, being able to block many hard-hitting attacks. Here we have Blaze Ragnarok, one of the only good Ragnarok releases. Rantaro was always one of my favorite characters, and having his Bey is amazing. The Beyblade itself is also good in battle. Before Spriggan Requiem, Legend Spriggan was the first dual-layer Spriggan, being the evolution of Storm Spriggan. I always wanted to own Legend Spriggan as I really liked the design, and now my dream has come true. You can't have Spriggan without Valkyrie, and here is God Valkyrie, but this is the Mugen version where it comes with the Mugen driver. This Beyblade was made for the Mugen Stadium where it will spin forever. Unfortunately, the stadium didn't come with the bundle, so the driver is kinda useless, but the Valkyrie looks cool. Also, the God chip is missing, so I'm just using the Chronos God chip. Before we had Xeno Excalibur, now we have the Evolution Siege Excalibur. This Excalibur was one of the coolest and strongest, as it had a really pointy sword. The iron driver wasn't available, but there was an extreme dash driver, which is a lot better and makes the overall Beyblade stronger. Here we have Blast Genius, a defense-type Beyblade with the weird gimmick of lifting its layer upwards to defend against attack. I don't know if the gimmick is useful at all, but it looks cool when spinning. The next Beyblade is Deep Chaos, a stamina-type Beyblade with a spin-stealing gimmick and features the iconic bearing driver. Even though I already have a bearing dash driver, it's cool to own another bearing driver. Arc Bahamut is another interesting Beyblade with a cool gimmick of changing shape when losing clicks. It's also the first left spin defense type. Arc Bahamut includes the atomic driver, which was amazing for stamina combos. Overall, Arc Bahamut is a solid Beyblade. Alter Chronos is a balance-type Beyblade with the gimmick of changing weight distribution. The trans driver also has the gimmick of changing mode, making Alter Chronos a pure valence type. A black version of the same layer was also included. This layer was included in Random Layer Volume 10. I will be using the black version from now on as it just looks too cool. Also, the original owner actually bothered to put stickers on. Twin Nemesis is an interesting Beyblade with the gimmick of changing its shape from smash to upper mode. The combo I gave it is a red 1-hit and Hunter driver to match the combo in the anime. I also included a Metal God chip. To make up the loss of the full Lost Longinus combo, we have Nightmare Longinus with the stock combo. Nightmare Longinus was an amazing Beyblade back in the day and is very unique in combining the layer and disc. The Destroy driver was also very good and an amazing Bey to have in the collection. One of the most popular Beyblades during the God era was Drain Fafnir, and here we have it here in all its glory. The second left spin Beyblade that focuses on spin stealing was very fun to play with, as you could use your hand to launch the Bey and drain all of your opponent's spin. Drain Fafnir was an all-time favorite of mine, and it's nice to finally have it. The final Beyblade for this section is Strike God Valkyrie, included with the Ultimate Reboot driver. This Beyblade is very hard to get and very expensive, as you need to buy 3 products. Strike God Valkyrie was the final upgrade of Valkyrie Valt, owned as the protagonist, and it's surreal to finally hold this Bey. Although there aren't any stickers, it looks kind of bland, but hopefully I can find stickers separately to make it pop out more. Overall, this is probably my favorite Bey in this entire bundle and an amazing piece to complete the God collection. Now we are onto the Cho-Z Beyblades, and to start off let's showcase Bloody Longinus, but it's just the layer as the 13-disc and Jolt driver are nowhere to be found. I guess this guy really hated Longinus. Moving to the first complete Beyblade is Z Achilles, the protagonist of this season. Originally 11 and Extend were not included, but I had spares from before. I also gave it a 3D printed level chip. Z Achilles is a solid Bey and it's nice to have. The next Bey is Emperor Furnius, a defense-type Beyblade that includes the Yard driver. This Beyblade is also very solid and a good defender, so it's a very nice inclusion. Winning Valkyrie is the evolution of God Valkyrie, containing a very aggressive shape and fast movements. Winning Valkyrie was actually my first ever TT Beyblade, and my original Valkyrie from 6 years ago is very beat up, so it's nice to have a replacement, even though I will always remember the fun I had with my original. The next Beyblade is Archer Hercules, a very strong stamina-type Beyblade with the gimmick of outward weight distribution, allowing it to spin for a long time. Another amazing Beyblade to have. The next Bey is Buster Excalibur, the third Excalibur Beyblade of the bundle. Unfortunately, Buster Excalibur is pretty shite as it had poor stamina and weak attack, but regardless it's cool to have. This next Beyblade is very interesting as it has the interesting gimmick of being split apart. Right Artemis is a Beyblade that combines with Left Apollo. Only Right Artemis was included in the bundle, but it's definitely a unique Beyblade to own. Hazard Kirbius is the Cho-Z version of the defense-type Kirbius featuring the bound chain gimmick. The combo I have right now is 5 Vortex and Absorb, creating a very nice looking color combo. I also have the option to give it the stock combo with 7 and Atomic. This Red Air Knight layer was released with a random layer, but in the bundle 12 and Expand was included, and taking Eternal from Hercules we have the full combo of Air Knight. Air Knight is essentially a Cho-Z Garuda with a very round shape. The original Bey was the prize of a random booster, so it's cool to have this recolor. Shining Amaterios was a rare Bey Get Battle Prize Bey. This white recolor specifically was locked behind the Beyblade Burst video game. Although the original combo colors were not available, the stock combo was able to be completed and is a very nice addition. This White Crash Ragnarok came with the Cho-Z customization set, and the combo I gave it is 1-hit and Volcanic Dash. This is just a filler Beyblade, but the Crash Ragnarok blade was locked behind a random booster, so that's a positive. Speaking of the custom set, Orb Aegis was also included, and this Beyblade is very special due to its driver. The Quest driver features a suction cup and bearing allowing it to stick to the stadium and spin in one spot. This gimmick is very goofy and very fun to play with. The next Bey is Revive Phoenix, a defense-type Beyblade featuring a projectile blade. I already owned a Pro Series Perfect Phoenix, so I'll just switch the projectiles to create a TT Perfect Phoenix. The projectile gimmick in battle is very useful and does a good job in interfering with the opponent. One Beyblade I always wanted was Dead Hades, and here it is. The original was locked in a random booster, but this green recolor almost has all the correct parts, although my version is better as it has a heavier disc and faster driver. This Beyblade is a hard hitter and absolutely gets crazy in battle. This white Cho-Z Valkyrie was in collaboration with a YouTuber. It also includes the Reboot Dash driver. I already own the original Cho-Z Valkyrie, but this recolor is also cool even though there are no stickers, which makes it look really plain. The next Beyblade is the evolution of Spriggan Requiem, and that is Cho-Z Spriggan. Cho-Z Spriggan was a very cool Beyblade featuring the Cho-Z Awakening gimmick along with Zeta Dash. Being the main Bey for the customization set, it's very pricey, but is an awesome Bey and a great upgrade from Spriggan Requiem. The final Beyblade for the Cho-Z section is Cho-Z Achilles. Fortunately, I was able to steal the stickers from my Black Pro Series Achilles to make it look cooler. This Beyblade is a very solid upgrade from Z Achilles and probably the best Achilles visually. Before we begin the GT section, I want to showcase the Storm Pegasus remake that was included. This is the first time I ever got a remake Beyblade, as I never cared about them when they were released in Burst. But you can't blame me as they were pretty ass. Looking at the Bey, it's very accurate to the original aside from the missing metal. We can also see why the owner hated stickers, as this face bolt placement is awful. Starting with the GT Beyblades, we have Slash Valkyrie. This Valkyrie is considered one of the worst Valkyries, and it's definitely accurate as this Bey bursts to everything, which is a shame as it looks really cool visually. The next Bey is another Valkyrie, but this time it's Grand Valkyrie. This Beyblade was a collaboration Beyblade with the Tokyo Giants. It should look familiar as recently we had another collaboration with the Tokyo Giants with the Black Coat Dran Dagger. This Beyblade has the Zenith disc and hold dash driver and overall looks cool. Bushin Ashura was the initial defense type to release in Beyblade Burst GT and includes the Hurricane disc, a disc with a free spin element, and the Keep driver, a free spin rubber ball. This Beyblade is okay, but cool to have. The final Beyblade in the GT section is Judgment Joker. This Beyblade is the first time rubber is used for offensive, and the Judgment base was very good competitively because of this. However, the rest of the Bey holds it back as the Trick driver is very random in battle, having the gimmick to change modes mid-battle. Overall, this Bey is pretty cool despite it being weird. The final Beyblade I will talk about is First Uranus. Lore-wise, this was the first Super King Beyblade and is very hard to get nowadays. Originally, the only way to get this layer was to spend some money on Beyblades at a store, and this layer would be given as a gift. It's awesome to own this layer, but I do wish it came with stickers. Moving on to some other stuff I got. We have a lot of random launchers as well as a standard Bey Stadium that looks like it has been out in the sun for too long. However, one highlight is the Digital Sword Launcher. This launcher was the best when it was first released and looks really cool. Unfortunately, this launcher is very worn and the gears don't work as well, but it's cool for display. Now onto the final announcement and value. Since I have a spare Spriggan Requiem and a spare Stadium, I am now putting up those two for auction, where you have the chance to win these Beys. They are listed on my eBay account linked in the description. The estimated value I have for this Beyblade selection is around $400. I paid $200 total, so I have profited twice my spending amount. That's all I have for this video. It would be appreciated to like and subscribe, as I hope to reach 5K subs by the end of the year. I also have membership options for more support, and I will see you all next time.